The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, good morning, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you are doing well on this Friday, this fantastic Friday, getting the thing kicked off and popping. That's right, this is ERGJ, your certified financial educator, here with your new Black Wall Street book club as we're going through the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Good morning, Wendy B. How are you? Today's episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, True Detergent, black-owned and manufactured right here in the Atlanta area. We're doing free delivery to your doorstep in Atlanta. You can give us a call at 678-851-2400. That's 678-851-2400. 101-ounce bottle for $15. Here's the deal, guys. You're going to wash your clothes anyway. Why not go ahead and give your brother and sister a try so we can practice what we preach, which is circulate that dollar right back to our very own community. True Detergent, make the switch. Now, True actually has a campaign going on right now. As we speak, guys, we are making progress. I know you guys are excited to hear this. We currently have 199 donors, and we're at $12,572. We got 29 days to go. That's right, 29 days left to get to $100,000. So we're hoping that you are going to be one of those donors that are going to help us reach our goal where we can actually expand the product line, right? So we're looking to add fabric softener and fragrance-free detergent to the product line. So we're asking you to make a donation. We're asking you to help us make history. You help us, help them, and then they will help us. Again, you help us, help them, and then they will help us. Why? Because as they expand, guys, as a manufacturer, they're going to be providing more opportunities, more job opportunities. They're going to create jobs in our community that we can get our brothers and sisters off the street, get them out of the strip club, and get them to work, to learn a skill, to pay the bills. That's right. True Detergent, make the switch. True Detergent, make the donation. True Detergent, make history. That's right. Now, also, you may be saying, well, hey, you know, I like the product and I'm going to go ahead and make my donation, but I want to learn how to make some money as well. Well, you had an opportunity. On I think it's next Friday, we're going to have a true investment session where I'm going to teach you how you actually become a distributor. Maybe you're outside the Atlanta area because you don't want to compete with your boy. And then you're like, hey, I want to learn how I can be the focal point in my area to continue to push this product out. So we have a direct line to the manufacturer. And the manufacturer is looking for what they call wholesale distributors. I'm going to teach you how you can be a distributor too, and you can actually become the Amazon. You can become the Walmart for the True brand. So you want to go ahead and sign up for that if you're interested in learning how you can make a little bit of money. All right, that's the True investment session. Go ahead and click on that. Get your seats. Seats are filling up fast. Matter of fact, tomorrow I have an interview on a radio show, and I know once I go on that, then the seats are going to be gone. So if you are interested in learning how you too can make some money, how you can get some return on your investment, then you want to go ahead and sign up for that. Matter of fact, any bottle that I sell, guys, half of my profit is going back to the expansion drive. So at $12,572, which one are you going to make number 200? Which one are you going to be the 200th donor? Go ahead and hit that button, make that donation, help True, help us, help True so they can help us. And then also we have the stock market class for kids. That's going to be coming up on tomorrow. So if you have not signed your kid up for that, hey, don't delay. Do not be in a position where you're saying, I wish my children had learned about this earlier. Warren Buffett, the third richest man in the world, started investing when he was 11 years old. And my question is, why not our children? So we're going to have the opportunity to teach your children about the stock market, teach your children how to make their money work harder for them than they work for it. And you can sign your kids up. The grades 4 through 9 is that age range, grades 4 through 9. So, hey, I know you don't have a lot of time, guys. I don't have a lot of time, man. Let's go ahead and get it into the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. We're on law number 13. Thanks so much for liking, Darius. Go ahead and hit that share button. Let people know we're here. Law number 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. When asking for help, appeal to, let me say this. Let me back up. All right, so here's the deal, guys. This book is a little controversial, okay? But the whole point, the whole reason why we're reading is because, one, you want to know thine enemy, right? You want to know what strategies that are being used upon you, but then also you want to be able to understand some of these strategies, and maybe you can employ them into your life as well, because it's all about gaining power or getting the upper hand or being in a position. You just want to be in a position of power at all times, whether you are applying the strategy, or you actually are understanding when it's being applied upon you. Far too long have these strategies been used on us, and we have not noticed them. So you want to be in a position of power. Everybody put in the comments below power. You want to be in a position of power. All right. So when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. In other words, don't be begging. That's basically what it sounds like to me, right? It says like, hey, you don't be in a position where you're begging for help, okay? If you need to turn to an ally for help, do not bother to remind him of your past assistance and good deeds. He will find a way to ignore you. Instead, uncover something in your request or in your alliance with him that will benefit him, and emphasize it on out of all proportion. He will respond enthusiastically when he sees something to be gained for himself. What's going on, Herb McQueen? What's going on? Herb in the building. Now here is your keys to power. Oh, I got a highlight. You look, I got a lot of highlights in this one. All right, so in your quest for power, you will constantly find yourself in a position of asking for help from those who are more powerful than you. There's an art to asking for help. There's an art to it. So you want to put in the comments below an art to asking. An art to asking. There's an art to asking for help. An art that depends on your ability to understand the person you are dealing with and not to confuse your need with theirs. It's the ability to understand the person you are dealing with and not to confuse your needs with theirs. Most people never succeed at this because they are completely trapped in their own wants and desires. They start from the assumption that the people they are appealing to have a selfless interest in helping them. They talk as if their needs mattered to these people who probably couldn't care less. Sometimes they refer to larger issues, a great cause, or grand emotions such as love and gratitude. They go for the big picture when simple, everyday realities would have much more appeal. What they do not realize is this, is that even the most powerful person is locked inside his own needs, inside needs of his own, and that if you make no appeal to his self-interest, he merely sees you as desperate or at best a waste of time. So there's an art to asking for help. And what it's saying here is that you want to appeal to the interest of who it is that you're asking help for. In other words, basically you want to create what they call a win-win situation. Everybody put in the comments below win-win. That's what they're saying here. When you're asking for help, because look, again, we're not coming from always from a personal standpoint, but think about it from a business standpoint. If I see that you as a business have something that you can offer me that's going to help my business grow, then I need to be able to provide something, or I need to come from a standpoint of, well, how can I help you help me, right? How can I help you help me? So I'm like, okay, well, what is it that I offer that's going to be a benefit to you, or what is it that this partnership is? How is it going to benefit you? Not just you helping me to come up, but how is this relationship that we are forming or are hoping to form, how's it going to help you come up? See, Zig Ziglar said, they said, if you help enough other people get what they want, then you'll automatically get what you want. If you just help enough other people get what they want, then inherently you're going to get what you want. Win-win situation. So in the 16th century, Portuguese missionaries tried for years to convert the people of Japan to Catholicism, while at the same time Portugal had a monopoly on trade between Japan and Europe. Although the missionaries did have some success, they never got far among the ruling elite by the beginning of the 17th century. In fact, their proselytizing had completely antagonized the Japanese Emperor Ieyasu. When the Dutch began to arrive in Japan in great number, Ieyasu was much relieved. He needed Europeans for their know-how in guns and navigation, and here at last were Europeans who cared nothing for spreading religion. The Dutch wanted only to trade. Ieyasu swiftly moved to evict the Portuguese. From then on, he would only deal with the practical-minded Dutch. Japan and Holland were vastly different cultures, but each shared a timeless and universal concern: self-interest. Every person you deal with is like another culture. Every person you deal with is like another culture. An alien land with a past that has nothing to do with yours. Yet you can bypass the difference between you and him by appealing to his self-interest. Do not be subtle. You have valuable knowledge to share. You will fill his coffers with gold. You will make him live longer and happier. This is the language that all of us speak and all of us understand. Do not be subtle. Here's some things, here's some benefits that you bring when you're asking for help. You have valuable knowledge that you can share. Maybe you can share your knowledge. You're able to help them make more money. Maybe you can help them make more money. You can help them to live longer and happier with what it is that you bring. This is the language that all of us speak. Now, let me ask you guys this. If you had someone that was coming to you for help, and in return, they could actually give you some knowledge that will help your business to grow. They'll be able to provide you with an idea that is going to help to help your business make more money, or they're going to be able to give you something that's going to actually help you to live longer, make you healthier, make you stronger, make you happier. Would you be like jumping for joy to be able to help them with whatever they wanted or whatever they needed? A win-win. So appeal to the and here's the deal, guys. How many of you guys would agree that most people in this world are selfish, right? Most people are selfish. They're only concerned about what it is that's going to benefit them. So all we're saying is put ourselves in a position where we understand that most people are selfish. So what position can I come from that's going to appeal to the selfish nature of most people? So self-interest is basically they're selfish at the end of the day. And we're just going to appeal to that in order to form the relationship or the partnership or the agreement where we can actually get what we want by appealing to the selfish nature of other people. That makes sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyway, a key step in the process is to understand that other person's psychology. Again, that's what I said. Is he vain? Is he concerned about his reputation or his social standing? Does he have enemies that you can help him vanquish? Is he simply motivated by money and power? The key is to understand how the other person thinks, how they operate, how they move, and then you can actually appeal to that and then actually get whatever it is that you are, whatever help it is that you need. When the Mongols invaded China in the 12th century, they threatened to obliterate a culture that had thrived for over 2,000 years. Their leader, Genghis Khan, saw nothing in China but a country that lacked strength for horses. And he decided to destroy the place, leveling all of its cities, for it would be better to exterminate the Chinese and let the grass grow. It was not a soldier, a general, or a king who saved the Chinese from devastation, but a man named Yilu Chushao. Yilu Chushao. A foreigner himself, Chushao had come to appreciate the superiority of Chinese culture. Chushao had come of Chinese culture. He managed to make himself a trusted advisor to Genghis Khan and persuaded him that he would reach riches out of the place if, instead of destroying it, he simply taxed everyone who lived there. Khan saw the wisdom in this, and as then Chushao advised. When Khan took the city of Kaifeng after a long siege and decided to massacre its inhabitants as he had in other cities, Chushao told him that the finest craftsmen and engineers in China had fled to Kaifeng, and it would be better to put them to use. Kaifeng was spared. Never before had Genghis Khan shown such mercy, but then it really wasn't mercy that saved Kaifeng. Chushao knew Khan well, and he was a barbaric peasant who cared nothing for culture or indeed for anything other than warfare and practical results. Chushao chose to appeal to the only emotion that would work for such a man, and that was greed. That was greed. Many words begin with the prefix of self. Yeah, I know that's right. You can be selfless or you can be selfish, and you can appeal to the selfish nature of other people by appealing to their self-interest. So and here's kind of what we're saying here. It's in the simplest terms, like you want to know your enemy, right? Even your enemy, a man like Genghis Khan, who is used to just destroying everything in his path, even his selfish nature for greed or his selfish nature for power, he was actually able to be persuaded to not destroy a couple of cities because someone appealed to his selfish nature, which was greed. Hey, if you don't do this, here's how you can benefit. You can get some more money. You can make some more money. You can, so it was cool. It was like, oh man, the Genghis Khan, like, I ain't think about it that way. So basically, you're getting people to think differently. So self-interest is the lever that will move people. Self-interest, everybody put this in the comments below. Self-interest is the lever that will move people. If you want to learn how to get people to move, appeal to the selfish nature that they already have. Most people, I'm not saying everybody, but most people have a selfish nature. It's all about me, me, me. How can I benefit? You know what the term is? What's in it for me? That's why they think, what's in it? Why would I do that? What's in it for me? Well, if you learn that person or that individual or that organization and you appeal, hey, listen, let's just really put this in practical use. All right, so say you are a nonprofit organization and you're vying for sponsorships. You're trying to get other organizations to donate to your organization so that you can go and fulfill your purpose and your mission. You're trying to go and help the world, help the underserved, right? Well, in order for you to get those organizations to help you, you have to appeal to that organization's self-interest. All right, what is the organization's ROI? That means return on investment. If they do this, they get what? If they do this, they have the potential to get what? If you do not approach it from that standpoint, then you're not going to get those dollars. They don't give dollars just because of the kindness of their heart. No. They give because they are expecting to get some type of return. Let's just keep it real. They're expecting to get some type of return. So say, for example, I approach the bank and I say, you know what, bank? I want to teach my organization about money. I want to teach them about banking. The bank will be like, okay, well, go ahead and put together a proposal. And in your proposal, you have to have something in there that talks about what's the benefit for the bank. So I say, well, bank, I'm going to be talking to 50 people. So the potential for you to get 50 new customers just for me teaching about banking is there. And guess what? When I teach those 50, they're going to talk to the other 50, and I might have the opportunity to advertise to other people on your behalf. And you put your little logo on my stuff, and I say, this episode is brought to you by True. So it's something in it for True. It's something in it for the bank. But if I just say, bank, hey, I need your help, and I don't show them how them helping me is going to help them, then I'm not going to get that sponsorship. I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to close that deal. You understand? So what is it that you have and that you bring that's going to benefit? What is it? What's the benefit to the other person when you actually get the help that you need, no matter what it is? Right? What is the benefit? What is the return on investment for them giving of their time, them giving of their dollars, them giving of their resources? What is their return on investment? Everybody put in the comments below return on investment. And matter of fact, I would say this. This is going a little bit far. But you got to ask yourself, when you give of yourself, sometimes you got to ask yourself, what's my return on investment? Why do I say that? Now, I understand that you have a heart condition and you want to help people. I'm not talking about when you just, when you want to help the homeless, or I'm just talking about sometimes when you extend yourself, you got to ask yourself, what's my return on investment? Why? Because too often we spend instead of invest. Too often we spend our time. Too often we spend our money. Too often we let things flow right through us without having any type of return on our investment. Now, that return doesn't have to be tangible. That return could be intangible. I feel better because I gave. I'm happier because I let. Matter of fact, yesterday, a guy came up to me when I was talking to someone. I was at the gas station. A guy came up to me and he wanted to watch. Here's what he did. He said, hey, brother, I need some help, right? I need a little money just to make it, right? And what I'll do in return is I'll wash your windows, right? He didn't just come and say, give me some money, help me, please. He said, you know what? I got something I can do. I got this bottle of Windex and I got a paper towel. If that's all I got, brother, I'll just wash your windows if you can, and please just help me out, right? So even he, the guy on the corner, the man that's just, struggling for his, trying to get something to eat, even he was like, hey, I can give you something if you just help me. It may not be a whole lot, but I'm giving you something. I see your windows are dirty. Let me go ahead and take care of that for you, brother. Now, I didn't make him wash my windows. I gave him some help anyway. I just gave him some money. That's what I do. But he understood this law that, hey, I'm appeal to other people's self-interest. So when I go look at my car and I'm like, man, my windows are dirty. When I go look at my car, I'm like, man, I just let my dog drive, sit in the passenger seat. He done licked on the window, so I got all this dog slop on my window. My windows might need to be washed, right? Even he appealed to my self-interest and thinking, well, what is it that this brother might need that I can help him with? And what's going to hit on his return on his investment for just helping me? So win-win situation. What's going on, Justin? Good morning, big good people. Cookie in the building. Miss Shauna, what's going on? All right, so self-interest is the lever that will move people. Once you make them see how you can in some way meet their needs or advance their cause, their resistance to your request for help will magically fall away. I'm really trying to hit this point home, guys, because again, if you are in business and you are looking for partnerships, sponsorships, you're looking for donations if you're a nonprofit, you're looking for help, then you need to position your proposal in such a way that is no question what the return on investment for the other people, the other party is going to be. If you do that, you're going to find that money, resources will find a hard way to avoid you. You're going to find that it's going to be very, very easy for you to get the resources that you need because you always present your organization in a way that's going to benefit others. Even when you are asking for money, there's a way that you can position yourself in a way that you're going to benefit, or there's going to be a return on investment from the party for which you are asking money for. This is vital because most nonprofits don't understand this. They think for some reason that just because I'm a nonprofit, people automatically want to help me. No, that's not how it works. We're still in a capitalistic society, and capitalism is all about what's my return on investment. So I want you to switch right now. Make the switch in your mind and say, okay, whenever I go out and I'm looking for a strategic partnership, whenever I go, so like, for example, with Club Miller, we got some strategic partners. And what I say is that, listen, I want to partner with you because you have something that you can offer. You can bring this education. You can bring this vehicle for us that we can actually use to learn how to invest and actually invest. But here's the benefit to you. We're going to have 1,000 people that's going to go through your service. So now you've done something for us. Now they know your name. Now we brought into the light your name or your organization to 1,000 new people who didn't know about you before. So that's 1,000 relationships that you've just formed just by bringing your knowledge, just by bringing your access to our organization. That's the benefit. That's what I talk about when I talk about leverage. I'm not just talking about the $1,000 that we're going to save and invest. I'm talking about intellectual property or human capital, which is us ourselves. Them having access to 1,000 new people who have the mind of an investor who are looking for ways to make their money grow. That is very powerful in itself. Even if we didn't have $1, just 1,000 people that they now have access to the human capital, that itself is a big benefit. Do you understand? Woo! Well, I'm trying not to teach them more. I'm trying to just stick to the book. All right, so at each step of the way to acquiring power, you must train yourself to think your way inside the other person's mind, to see their needs and interests, to get rid of the screen of your own feelings that obscure the truth. Master this art, and there will be no limits to what you can accomplish. Everybody put in the comments below, master this art. Now, again, I understand that sometimes the wording can be a little controversial, but at the end of the day, we're saying when it comes to business, when it comes to strategy, right, you have to appeal to the selfish nature of other people. And the selfish nature of most other people is this: what's in it for me? When you can clearly show what's in it for the other party, the other person, the other organization, then there will be no limits to what you can accomplish. Now, here's the image. Here's the image that you want to think of as it relates to this particular law number 13. It's the cord that binds, all right? The cord of mercy and gratitude is threadbare and will break at the first shock. Do not throw such a lifeline. The cord of mutual self-interest, win-win, is woven on many fibers and cannot easily be severed. It will serve you well for years. The cord that binds. And the cord that binds, guys, is the cord of mutual self-interest. Everybody put that in the comments below. Mutual self-interest. Here's your authority. The authority says this: the shortest and best way to make your fortune is to let people see clearly that it is in their best interest to promote yours. Ooh! The shortest and best way to make your fortune is to let other people see clearly that it is in their best interest to promote yours. I like that. That's pretty sweet. It's in your best interest to promote my interest. I like that. That's pretty sweet. Anyway, so that is law number 13, guys. And that basically, again, when asking for help, appeal to other people's self-interest, never to their mercy or their gratitude. You don't want to be in a position of weakness by begging. You want to be in a position of power by learning how you can make it a win-win situation, and you can appeal to the selfish nature of other people, which simply says, what's in it for me? Well, guys, this is ERGJ, and this episode has been brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, True Detergent, black-owned and manufactured right here in the Atlanta area. We're doing free delivery to your doorstep in Atlanta. You can give us a call at 678-851-2400, and this is 101-ounce bottles for $15. $15, guys. Here's the deal: you're going to wash your clothes anyway. So why not give your brother and sister a try and make the switch to True today? True Detergent, make the switch. They also have an expansion drive going on right now. We're now at 199 donors, and we have raised $12,572. We still have a ways to go. We got 29 days left to go to get to $100,000. We're asking you to make a donation. We're asking you to help us not only just keep this product, but also expand to fragrance-free detergent and also fabric softener. What is that going to do? The reality is this: if we help this company to grow, then we will actually grow. We're going to have the opportunity to grow right along with them. There are some of you who are saying, hey, I want to grow by using those products, right? You want to use the fabric softener. You want to use the True Clear, the fragrance-free fragrance. There are other people saying, hey, I want to grow with this company because when they produce those products, I want to be able to go out and sell those products. You want to become a distributor like me. Well, you can do that as well by signing up, learn how to do that as well by signing up for the True Investment Session, where I'm going to teach you how you can actually become a distributor and you can actually make some money. And when I say make some money, I'm talking about get a serious return on investment. Let's just put it that way. But I'm going to talk about that in the investment session. So go ahead and make a donation. Get your product, right? When you get your product, I'm going to donate half of those profits right back to the same expansion drive. And I'm going to continue to show you guys that I'm making I'm being diligent in making my donation. I just want you to make one donation. We get 4,000 people to make a donation of $25. That'll help us reach our goal. That's really it. 40,000 people to donate $25, and we will be at our goal. But you can do that. Hey, what's going on, Ms. Bacon? You can also sign up for that True Investment Session so you can learn how to become a distributor. But tomorrow, I want to make sure that you don't miss out on teaching your kids about money. We have stock market class for kids tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning. At 6 o'clock tonight, registration closes. So do not delay. Stop procrastinating and put your kids in a position that they can be in a position of power as it relates to money. They can learn how to make their money work harder for them than they're going to work hard for their money. Let's change that cycle around and be in a position where we say, hey, we're going to teach our children early what we learn late. And here's how I put it. Think about it this way. As I thought about how old was I when I first heard about Black Wall Street, right? I was about 30 years old. And most people would say, I didn't hear about it until I was about 27, 30, something like that. And you got to ask yourself, 27, all those years of Black History Month, and no one ever said anything about Black Wall Street. All those years, and I never heard about Black Wall Street. All those years, I never heard about this society of Black folk who were building wealth, who were practicing group economics, who produced and didn't just consume. All those years, it got, I don't know, whitewashed out of the history books. And we still have Black History Month. Now, we have Madam C.J. Walker, but why nobody talk to us about this city or these cities? Because there's more than one. Many of us only think about one. I'm going to do a whole history on Black Wall Street soon. I'm going to write it all up for you. But how come we never heard about that? And so what I'm saying is, guys, we have to intentionally put our kids in positions where they can learn about money. And tomorrow is one of those positions. Grades 4 through 9, we're going to teach your kids about money. We're going to teach them about a little bit about the stock market. And as we have future classes, they're going to learn more. So sign your kids up for that. Grades 4 through 9, stock market class for kids. That's tomorrow. Well, guys, this is ERGJ, your certified financial educator from ERGJ Enterprises and founder of the New Black Wall Street. Today was our New Black Wall Street book club where we went through the 48 laws of power. I want you to remember this, guys, as you go out in your day today, that you've got the power. That's right. You got the power. It takes a village, but it starts with us. Let's build wealth together as we climb together.
The New Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode.